This podcast is supported by Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. RVs are for sharing adventures with family, friends, and even your pets. So if you bring your cats and dogs along for the ride, you'll want Progressive RV insurance. They protect your cats and dogs like family by offering up to $1,000 in optional coverage for vet bills in case of an RV accident, making it a great companion for the responsible pet owner who loves to travel. See Progressive's other benefits and more when you quote RV insurance at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pet injuries and additional coverage and subject to policy terms.
Honey Bunches of Oats es la forma perfecta de empezar el día con tu familia. Con hojuelas crujientes y miel de verdad que a los niños les encanta. Además, deliciosos trozos de granola, nueces y fruta que todos van a disfrutar. Honey Bunches of Oats es para todos. Toca el banner para saber más.
This is a Rogue Media Network podcast. Hey there, hello, hi. Welcome to Bois. King of the Hill podcast. I'm Mike.
And I am still rusty.
Still rusty. Welcome to Friday.
Welcome.
We have That Ain't Right Friday.
It is That Ain't Right Friday.
Guys. This is where we kind of talk things adjacent to King of the Hill. Today I got a couple of things that are actually King of the Hill related. This first one comes from the Austin American Statement, the entertainment dining section. It says, Mike Judge says, famed Austin chef inspired Bobby Hill in the King of the Hill reboot, which that's kind of cool that you realize that there's a real guy behind this whole thing that Bobby's doing.
Yeah, so the restaurant is actually called Uchi in Austin, U-C-H-I. And, I mean, if y'all want to know exactly where it's at, if you ever want to go visit, it's in Austin on 801 South Lamar Boulevard. And what it is it's the title is Uchi, Elevated Japanese Cuisine from Chef Tyson Cole. So what it is, it's non-traditional Japanese food.
Tyson Cole.
Which is what this show is about for Bobby Hill. Like the whole Bobby Hill thing is Bobby Hill has elevated food and he has non-traditional Japanese cuisine. But this specific restaurant does sushi, and they do omakase, which is seasonal. But omakase is like a meal consisted of dishes selected by the chef. So it's like the chef's selection. You trust the chef to... You don't go in and say, oh, I want this. You say, I want the omakase experience.
Yeah, you get a thing
and
from
the chef
yeah.
does what the chef does. You trust the chef to curate the experience. So that's the cool thing about that. So yeah, so that's what Uchi kind of is. It has that, and they have like a few locations actually, not just Austin. They're in Austin, Dallas, Denver, Houston, Miami, West Hollywood, and Scottsdale. So they're kind of all around the place. But
so here's Mike Judge talking about it to GQ. He says, when we hit on the idea that Bobby had inherited his dad's work ethic, which is unusual for a guy his age, then it started to click. So we talked about being a sushi chef as kind of a performing aspect to it. There's a guy named Tyson Cole who started Uchi and Uchiko in Austin, and I thought Bobby could be that guy. He was in my subconscious too. So, yeah. I mean, he went into it actually thinking that, and then it says Cole has never made sauerkraut ice cream or yuzu wurst stuffed with rice and pickled daikon like Bobby does on episode 3 of the new season. But Bobby stands his ground, says it's authentic Bobby food. Mike Judge is not the only person Cole has influenced subconsciously or not. The founding chef of Uchi named to the Statement, and we're talking Austin American Statesman's Restaurant Hall of Fame in 2023. He's helped mentor more than 20 real-life chefs who've gone on to run their own restaurants. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is.
I would go there and spend a friggin' fortune.
Yeah, Michael, actually,
it's cheap.
Michael, I'm going to extend this to you, and I extend this to anybody that's local and anybody that's dumb enough to fly this far. If you do ever want to come and be a part of the show, since you're in Austin, we would even go down there because we need to go down there anyway.
We do
stuff.
We need to go perform again at the green room or whatever it's called.
Yeah. They're waiting on us. Yeah, you just got to get in contact with the.
We need to take a second show with us. That's what we need to do.
Page. I think we should take Bros, Foes, and Heroes.
Yeah. Well, you're just putting me to work twice is what you're doing.
I'm putting you to work twice, but we could do thrice. We could all three do both episodes.
That's true.
Well, how does he feel about being in a room full of marijuana smoke? He don't care?
Oh, no, he's okay with that. Yeah,
he's okay with that?
All right with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Modern Men lost again. Yikes. Don't know who that is, but welcome. Not sure what the yikes is for. All right, so the second one is from the Houston Chronicle. This is about the King of the Hill beer, Alamo. It says King of the Hill is back and better than ever. Why can't I buy the beer?
Yeah, they're having a lot of distribution problems. So if you're in Houston, it's going to be a chunk of time, I think, before they get down to Houston, because what's happening is in Houston they have they don't have a distribution network in Houston. The company, which is kind of, I think it's kind of silly for them not to have it, and it's not. I don't know. It's not good for a business to not have a distribution network in a major city like that. But that's the issue they're running into right now.
Says San Antonio-based brewery Alamo Beer Company released the officially licensed Alamo beer in July. It hit H-E-B shelves across Texas 1 week before King of the Hill's 14th season premiered and sold out. It says this guy writing this story for the Chronicle says he's tried to grab a case at least 3 times, and he's come up empty each time. It looks like it may stay that way. Alamo Beer Company did not respond to multiple requests for comment, but H-E-B did shine some light on the situation. H-E-B says the initial run of King of the Hill Alamo Beer at H-E-B was a limited-time offering with availability only in San Antonio and surrounding markets, which sold out within 48 hours of its release. H-E-B beer buyer Will Bliss said, due to its popularity, there will be a second offering in September, but as of now, we cannot guarantee distribution in the greater Houston market due to the brewery not having a distributor in Houston, just like you said. Perhaps there's something comforting in that, too. Something that could have been easily lame marketing ploy for another half-baked reboot was actually so adored that some of us will most likely never taste it. Then they talk about how it's a constant thing. Look at that. It's just a row of them, rows and rows and rows.
Cold beer.
The Alamo beer. Yeah. And none of this, by the way, is Peggy's Ale. So
okay, and then the other thing was they have a spice.
A spice?
There's a company called Spiceology.
Like in Dune?
Yeah, like spices and herbs. So there's a spice company called Spiceology, and I think they're in Targets and stuff like that.
Okay.
But they are obviously a seasoning company, a company that makes seasonings.
Okay.
All kinds of weird seasonings.
It's like a King of the Hill grill
Greek
spice?
Freak. They got like a Greek Freak, which is like a Greek
out of the Kimpo.
It's got like yeast flakes in it, red pepper, chili flakes. But they have like these crazy blends and seasonings and stuff. It's like a chef, chef-inspired seasonings.
Okay.
And they created one for King of the Hill.
Oh, that's cool.
They did a collaboration with King of the Hill. So theirs is actually out right now, but it's called a beer-infused barbecue rub is what it is. It's paprika, honey, garlic, onion, chiles, and beer.
Okay.
And it's a rub,
but it is
whatever.
a King of the
It's
Hill
supposed to be
rub.
a rub. Yeah.
Huh.
Beer extract, chile peppers, honey, smoked paprika. It's supposed to be for barbecue. So they actually on their website they give you a couple of recipes. So they have like a beer infused barbecue rub, beer-and-aid, grilled chicken. Then they have a rub steak and butter for barbecuing steaks, and they have a taco seasoning, a beer infused barbecue rub walking taco. So whatever that is.
Walking taco?
Yeah. And
Walking
then they even
taco's
give
like
you
a thing of the Fritos that you pour all the stuff in.
They even give you the recipe for the beer-and-aid, which is a marinade with beer, obviously, as the name says. So you're supposed to mix a 4th cup of the rub with 1 beer. We recommend Alamo, naturally. Pour over your protein of choice. Let hang out in the fridge for a few hours or overnight. Grill, roast, or pan-sear to glory. And then it gives you what beer pairs best with what protein and everything. So it's they really break it down, which is kind of cool. So they don't just give you the spice. They give you like a whole breakdown of recipes and everything for the King of the Hill spice, which is actually sold out. But when it's not sold out, I think it's $14.95 on the Spiceology.com website. If you have some and you want to send it to us, that'd be cool because we don't have any, and I wasn't able to buy any. I missed the first drop. So hopefully I can catch it around on the second drop. If I can, I'm going to try to buy a few of them.
I have this week I've been in contact with the ATX TV people in Austin.
Yeah.
This is the same festival we went to when King of the Hill came out.
We're going to do something for...
This is where we interviewed John Redcorn the day after.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work something up with them to see if we could participate in some way. I also have a meeting Wednesday with South by about possibly doing something there. So
for us or for
Rogue?
For
but
Rogue,
yes,
yeah.
we would definitely be one of them.
Yeah.
So just kind of keep tuned to that, and I'll give you guys updates as I get them.
That sounds cool. Yeah.
But
also,
the South by thing is really how we could pull in all these other people.
Yeah, no, I think that would be awesome. Yeah, no, I think that would be a really cool experience. Also, Africa's mixed condiment sauces and seasoning market is set to grow by 1.6%, reaching $15.6 billion by 2035.
Oh, fantastic! That's a fact I can use.
That's all I have.
All right,
for all
so you
want
to give us an update on the Arlen football season?
Yeah. So
here's
we
what
were talking on
Monday. Tell them what you did.
Yeah, so on Monday we were talking about what it'd be like to simulate a Arlen football game. I'm going to go deeper, and I might do this on like Madden, where I go and create a whole team,
cool.
for Arlen. But I don't know if I'm going to go that far or not, but I might. But so this is the 1974 Arlen Longhorn football season, and of course you've got the head coach, Coach Mad Dog Sowers, and you got the Longhorn High Stadium there at the Arlen Longhorn Arlen High School, and of course the quarterback is Boomhauer.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's how it went.
Yeah, pretty sure.
And then, of course, the running back, wide receiver, that would be Hank Hill. And, of course, your offensive line, fullback is Bill Dotrieve. Those are the only three players I plugged in.
Right.
It did everything else on its own kind of thing. So the preseason storyline is the Longhorns come into the 1974 overlooked and underranked. Arlen hadn't had a winning season since '68, so most folks are expecting a 3-7 season. The local paper has no faith in Arlen High. Low expectations for Arlen. Coach Sowers says we got to play like we got. Yeah, I don't even mention Dale. He's not. If you ain't on the field, I ain't mentioning you.
He's Towelboy.
Yeah, because the newspaper ain't gonna say Dale Gribble passed out lots of towels. Like I've been watching high school football for like the last 25 years. Nobody cares about the towel boy.
They should give the towel boy more camera time.
Yeah. Sorry, Dale. We're doing the nitty gritty only. Okay,
Sexy
so
rat.
the newspaper has no faith in Arlen. Low expectations for Arlen. The newspaper says, with Coach Sowers quoted as saying, "We got to play like we got a chip on our shoulder.
Rub some dirt on it."
So Hank, he's stepping into a bigger role as a two-way back. He's Boomhauer's go-to guy. And then you got Bill. He was determined to leave his mark on Arlen football before graduation.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the first game, week 1, Hillsboro Eagles at Arlen Longhorns. The result is Hillsboro wins 21-17. The season opener was a sloppy, mud-soaked affair. Boomhauer hit Hank on a beautiful 35-yard touchdown, but a late fumble cost Arlen the game. The highlight play was Hank broke 3 tackles on a screen pass for a 52-yard game, setting up Arlen's first touchdown of the year.
They are the Eagles. Hillsboro is
that
the
one's
Eagles.
The only one they got right. You need to check land passes, too. Badgers.
Okay.
I don't think that's right, but it might be.
I'll check it.
But Coach Sauer says, we didn't lose, boys. We just ran out of time. I like that attitude.
Wherever Bud goes, his harmonica goes with him. It's a pocket full of soul. Now he's living with prostate cancer. He asked his doctor about Xtandi enzalutamide. Xtandi 40 milligram tablets treats men with prostate cancer that has spread to other parts of the body and responds to a medical or surgical treatment to lower testosterone. Xtandi may cause serious side effects: seizure, a brain condition called PRESS, allergic reactions, heart disease that can lead to death, falls and bone fractures, swallowing problems, or choking that can lead to death. Stop Xtandi and get medical help at once if your face, tongue, lip, or throat start swelling. Tell your doctor at once if you faint, have a seizure, quickly worsening headache, decreased alertness, confusion, vision problems, chest pain or discomfort, or shortness of breath. Xtandi can cause harm to an unborn baby or miscarriage. Use birth control during and 3 months after Xtandi. Common side effects include muscle and joint pain, feeling unusually tired, hot flashes, constipation, less appetite, diarrhea, high blood pressure, bleeding, falls, fractures, and headache. Talk to your doctor and visit Xtandi.com.
Chronic spontaneous urticaria, or chronic hives with no known cause. It's so unpredictable. It's like playing pinball. Itchy, red bumps start on my arm, then my back. Sometimes my legs. Hives come out of nowhere. And it comes and goes. But I just found out about a treatment option at treatmyhives.com. Take that, chronic hives. Learn more at treatmyhives.com.
All right, week 2. We go into week 2 at Lampasas Badgers. Lampasas wins again.
They are the Badgers.
They are
Indeed.
the Badgers. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Gatesville's got to be the Hornets then. Check Gatesville.
Gatesville is the Hornets. I can tell you that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. I guess they did pick the right stuff then. We'll keep fact checking them as we go because it's
Salt
kind of
tablets
fun.
for everyone, says Propane Man.
Yeah. So Lampasas was physical and mean, but Bill held his own at fullback. But the O-line crumbled very late. So with Bill off the O-line and in his fullback, the O-line crumbles without him heading the center position. So they crumbled.
Well, he's the dozer.
Boomhauer was sacked 4 times, leading to frustration on the sideline.
So they lost this one also?
Yep. So Bill
0-2.
bulldozed. The highlight play of the game was a Bill bulldozed a defender, giving Hank a clear lane for a 28-yard touchdown run, and the crowd went wild. So week 3 is at Arlen again. This is the homecoming game against the Gatesville Hornets.
Gatesville Hornets, okay.
So Arlen wins this one, 28-17. Homecoming night brought the season's first win.
There you go, 1-2.
Boomhauer played like a man possessed, running for 2 TDs and throwing another to Hank. Boomhauer, key stat, was 165 rushing yards, 120 passing yards.
Boomhauer had 165 yards rushing?
And 3 total touchdowns.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Principal Moss, best homecoming since 71. The chili cook-off didn't even give anybody botulism this time.
But wait, is he the principal?
Yeah, Principal
This is 74. He would have been on the team.
His father.
Oh, his father. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got it. No one got botulism. That's a really low bar.
Arlen at the Clean Kangaroos.
Yep.
Week 4. Is that?
I believe it's right. Yeah, go
Is
ahead
that
and I'll
right?
double check.
I'm just kind of curious about that.
Yeah.
So Killeen wins 35-20. Killeen's speed was too much for Arlen's defense. Hank scored twice. Yeah, Principal Moss was on this team. It was Principal Moss Senior.
Yep,
It was
Kangaroos.
They make shit up on here, so we're just saying.
They got it all
we're just
right,
saying
though.
it was Principal Moss Senior. We're saying it was his dad.
Yeah,
okay,
his
so
dad.
so it is the Killeen Kangaroos.
Yeah.
Belton Tigers too, right?
I
I'm
believe
pretty
so,
sure
yeah.
that's right
Yeah, I'm
too.
pretty
That's
sure
crazy.
that's right.
They got the right team names.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. I'm super impressed. This shit, because it's like super specific. I wouldn't think that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so.
Wait. Belton. Yep, it's Tiger.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's crazy.
they got it.
Yeah, we don't even got to fact check him anymore. I'm pretty sure that's probably right.
So
on the way
Belton
out.
won.
No, I'm still in the Killeen game.
Oh, Killeen game.
Killeen wins 35-20. Killeen's
All right, so
speed
we're
was
1 and
too
3.
much for Arlen's defense.
Yeesh.
Hank scored twice, but Killeen's wideouts burn Arlen's corners repeatedly.
Okay.
Boomhauer threw a pick 6.
Oh, no.
They got into a sideline shouting match with Coach Sowers. Bill
broke
broke it up by yelling, "Y'all quit fighting, we're still losing."
Y'all go
So
fight,
Coach
man.
Sowers
What
and
do you do?
Boomhauer get into a shouting match, and Bill has to come in and break them up.
Boomhauer
All right.
gets into a shouting match.
Well, yeah.
That's the only unrealistic thing I've heard so far.
I don't think so. He's a quarterback. He got to get a little rowdy sometimes. They call this the Battle of Route
Yeah, you're right,
36, which if y'all know Route 36, it goes through Belton.
Okay.
So this is what they call the annual Battle of Route 36. Belton Tigers
The
at
Battle
Arlen, the
of
rivalry
Route
game.
36.
Yeah.
Hey, why
And,
is it when you go to Sonic and you order a Route 44, they always say route?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
If I say route, they say route. If I say route, they say route.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking
That's the
about.
way it works.
All right, so
are
the
they anyway?
annual
Sweet.
Battle of Route 36, Route 36, whatever you say is right.
Route.
Belton was favored, but Hank put on a show with less than a minute left. Boomhauer hit Hank on a slant route for the game-winning touchdown.
Okay.
Player of the game, Hank Hill with 142 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 1 receiving touchdown.
Wowee, Hank. Good job.
Quote from the local paper says, "Hill keeps Longhorns dreaming."
So we're 2 and 3.
Yep. And Arlen at Mahia Black Cats.
Yep, that's right. Definitely.
That is definitely
That's
right.
one that sticks in your brain.
Yeah, it is.
The Mexia Black Cats.
And Mahia wins 13-7. It's an ugly defensive
2 and 4.
slugfest, but Bill went down with a sprayed ankle, leaving Hank to block and carry the load. Arlen just couldn't punch it in there. All right,
Yeah, you're
week
right.
7, Corsicana Tigers at Arlen.
Corsicana Tigers?
Yeah.
Huh.
I know the Temple Wildcats is
Yeah.
right, too. That's for sure. I know that one for sure is Temple.
All right, what happens with Corsicana?
Actually, Corsicana had a Midway Games was in Corsicana. The company Midway Games.
Oh, really?
Was out of Corsicana. Corsicana used to Battletoads.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
Corsicana.
Yeah, I remember the
Corsicana.
Yeah.
They had a video game thing out there, yeah. Corsicana came in cocky. Boomhauer's passing was erratic early, but he and Hank connected on a deep bomb before halftime that lit the crowd up. Bill returned from injury, flattening defenders. Boomhauer post-game, dang old state-bound man, I tell you what. Which, I don't know how they end up going to state, but they end up in state after this. So we're 3-4, but they go to state with 3-4 and 1 tie.
Who did they tie with?
They tied the last game, which is I got 2 more games to go yet, and then we're at the end.
All right.
And then we'll do the playoff, and then we're done.
Yeah.
Arlen at Temple Wildcats. Temple ends up winning that. Temple was the district powerhouse and proved it. Hank managed 1 long touchdown run, but Temple controlled the game. Coach Sowers ripped in the team afterwards, saying they were softer than a basket of kittens.
Ooh, that's a bad one.
Ugh. All right, so week 9, Hillsboro Eagles at Arlen. And they tie 21-21. Arlen needed at least a tie to squeak into the playoffs.
So they're 3-5-1.
The only way they get into the playoffs is because the tie, because you have 4 district games or 5 district games or whatever it is, and you got to win those games to get. You got to have whatever the ratio is to get into the playoffs.
3-5-1.
So he got
3-5-1.
Without the tie, they're done. If they lose 3-6, they're out. So
that's a bad league.
They clinch it. They clinch it in. Barely clinch it in.
Okay.
They go to by-district playoff.
Okay.
Arlen versus Clean rematch.
Okay.
The revenge game.
Yeah.
With 14 seconds left, Boomhauer hit Hank on a post route to seal the win. Crowd storms the field. 27-24. Boom. Next one.
4-5-1.
Temple rematch.
Okay.
We're in the quarterfinals. Temple was stunned. Bill forced a fumble late, and Hank punched it in on the next play. This was the game where folks started whispering
5-5-1.
Yeah. This was the game where folks started whispering about destiny.
Destiny.
All right, then the semifinals.
Poor Destiny. People shouldn't talk about her like that.
You got Arlen versus Belton rematch.
Okay.
Arlen wins 17-14.
Holy shit, we're 6-5-1.
Cold, rainy night. Defensive battle. Hank played through a separated shoulder, carrying the ball 25 times.
Wow.
That takes him to the state championship, and we'll tell you about that next week. No, I'm just kidding. So the state championship is Arlen versus the Cuero. This one you got to check. The Cuero Gobblers. I want to see if that's right.
Cuero Gobblers?
Yeah, Cuero Gobblers. Yeah.
Okay.
And if that's right, then I'll continue on. But I just got to fact check that because that sounds. If they get that right, then they've got them all right.
Cuero Gobblers, baby.
Man, that's crazy.
Now it is the little red bird.
Yeah, it's
just
a bird.
like the Arizona
warbler.
Cardinals, but
yeah,
still
like
it's
a
a
warbler.
Gobblers.
Yeah.
Why isn't it a turkey?
If
they're the Gobblers, they should be a turkey.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Anyway, it's the only bird they had.
Maybe there's a type of red bird called a gobbler or something.
That's the only bird we had.
The Gobblers came in heavily favored. Bill and the O-line dominated early, wearing Cuero down. Hank scored twice. Boomhauer scrambled for another, and Arlen shocked Texas high school football.
Wow.
Bill pancaked a linebacker on the final play, and Hank burst through for a 32-yard touchdown, sealing the title. So in the regular season, they were 3-5-1, and they were 4-0 in the playoffs, giving them a 7-5-1 state championship.
Holy shit.
The season awards go to Hank Hill, all-state running back and wide receiver with 1,500 total yards and 20 total touchdowns.
Where's that trophy?
District MVP quarterback goes to Boomhauer with 1,800 total
He's gotta
yards and
still have
18
his trophy.
touchdowns.
Gotta.
And the all-district O-line fullback goes to 90 pancake blocks and 8 rushing touchdowns.
For Bill?
Yep, for Bill. And the newspaper headline said, Arlen Times. Longhorns lasso title, Arlen state champions. From underdogs to top dogs, the Arlen Longhorns shocked Texas high school football last night by defeating the heavily favored Cuero Gobblers 24-14. Hank's 2 touchdowns and a relentless ground attack powered the victory.
Artie's got a point. Hank's ankle held out.
And I'll show this to you, Mike.
Wow, we've won a state championship, guys. How about that?
This is what the AI generated.
Oh, wow. Just hold it up show it to the camera.
Can you guys see?
Yeah, you can kind of see it. So it built a front page of the newspaper. It said Longhorns lasso title.
Yeah, I did a faux newspaper, and then it asked me if I wanted to do a newspaper article for every one of the games.
Artie said Longhorns hands stay clean as towel boy stellar.
Yeah, there you go.
That's really good. I like that. That's nice.
I like that too.
Well, hey, guys, we won a title. How about that? You didn't expect that on a Friday. But thank you for joining us for this weirdly packed Friday episode. We couldn't do any of this without you guys. So thank you once again. And Rusty, you want to tell them where they can find more ridiculousness?
Yeah, if you want to find more ridiculousness, you can go to MTV. That's all that's on MTV is the TV show Ridiculousness.
Pretty much it, yeah. That and teenage girls getting pregnant.
I remember. No, they don't even have that anymore.
Oh, they don't?
Literally, they have a contract with probably one of the greatest business minds of the last 100 years, Rob Dyrdek.
Mr. Beast? Oh.
No, Rob Dyrdek. Rob Dyrdek is an insanely good businessman.
Yeah.
Because he's pretty much the only thing that's on MTV, and he did a fat deal with them. So he made a ton of money off of it. And it's literally it's his show that's on there. It's just reruns. Yeah. But
thanks, Artie.
Yeah.
Wimitanya.
So Wimitanya, everybody. We don't have anything left to say, but Wimitanya.
Wimitanya indeed. Goodbye. This has been a Rogue Media Network production.